Hi everyone and welcome to the English class. Today we have a lesson on prepositions. How can we use these little words correctly? Prepositions are used in many different ways in English. Perhaps that's why a lot of people have problems with them. First, they are used with time words. Second, they are used to show where something or someone is. Third, they are used after some adjectives. Fourth, they are used after some verbs. She is waiting for her friend. He borrows money from his sister. Fifth, they are used after some nouns. She has trouble with remembering new vocabulary. And finally, they are used in certain phrases. The bus arrived in the inn. She arrived just in time for the film. Let's take a closer look at prepositions with nouns, adjectives, and verbs. So we start with nouns. Some nouns have to be followed by a preposition in order to show what they relate to. They cannot just stand by themselves. There is usually only one possibility of preposition which must be used after a particular noun. Occasionally, alternatives are possible, but in either event, it is a matter of learning which prepositions can be used with which nouns. For example, he displayed cruelty towards his dog. She had knowledge of physics. The trouble with Jack. 18 is the age at which you are allowed to vote. Bolt made another attempt at the world record. The police held an inquiry into the murder. Here are some common nouns that are used with prepositions. If you are in doubt, just check in a good dictionary and try to learn these nouns. Adjectives plus prepositions. Prepositions can form phrases with adjectives to give further context to the action, emotion, or thing the adjective is describing. Like verbs and nouns, adjectives can be followed by to, about, in, for, with, at, and by. He is intent on finding the best deal even if he has to shop around. I am not aware of anyone who knows how to cook as well as I do. We are sorry for your loss. Jane will be delighted with her results. Is he still angry at the world? The entire room was astonished by the election results. The list of some adjectives with prepositions. Verbs plus prepositions. Prepositional verbs, the phrasal combinations of verbs and prepositions, are important parts of speech. The prepositions, again, act as links between the verb and noun or gerund, giving extra meaning to the sentence. The prepositions most commonly used with verbs are to, for, about, of, in, at, and from. The good news is that these will always come after the verb in the sentence. However, it should also be noted that the prepositional verbs can have slightly different meaning compared to the original verb. For example, the new product fully complies with European safety standards. We do not rely on rail transport, so our delivery will not be affected by the strike. The goods must be paid for no later than 60 days after receipt. She succeeded in passing her IELTS with flying colors. The list of some verbs with prepositions that you must learn. Some verbs can be followed by an object and a preposition. For example, to borrow something from somebody. And the examples. The couple borrowed money from the bank to buy their new house. Don't forget to thank him for offering to drive you to the airport. She asked him for a raise. Prepositional verbs versus phrasal verbs. Sometimes a phrasal verb may be mistaken for a prepositional verb. Although both combinations employ verbs and prepositions, you can differentiate the two grammar structures by looking at the literal meaning of the verb and the word order. Literal meaning of the verb. Prepositional verbs use the literal meanings of verbs, whereas phrasal verbs tend to be idiomatic. For example, the meaning of the verb ask doesn't change when combined with the preposition for. However, it changes dramatically when combined with the preposition out. For example, Kelly asked for a raise. The literal meaning of to ask is to inquire. Kelly inquired about a raise, making it a prepositional verb. Kelly asked out Chad. Ask out means to invite someone on a date, making it an idiomatic phrasal verb. To remember all these different prepositions, you need to memorize and read as much as possible in English. When you notice a verb, noun, adjective plus preposition combination, take note of it and add it to your own personal lists. And your homework, Student's Book, page 83, exercise 6, page 99, exercise 6, and page 133, exercise 9. Thanks for your attention and take care of yourself. See you later.